Welcome back everyone. In today's video, we're breaking down Paradise Season 2, Episode 7, including the hidden clues, Easter eggs, and deeper meanings you might have missed. Right from the start, one of the biggest reveals in this episode is that Link is actually Dylan, which is Sinatra's son. That revelation changes everything because it explains why he has such a deep knowledge of the bunker, its systems, and especially the modular nuclear reactors, knowledge he likely gained through Henry. Link makes it clear that he wants access to those reactors, not just for power, but to restart life above ground. And when he brings up something as simple as apple pie, it actually isn't random at all. That line connects to agriculture. Modular nuclear reactors can support greenhouses, control environments, and food production systems, which suggests Link is thinking long-term about rebuilding civilization, not just surviving. Link really wants isn't just the reactors. It's Alex, which we all knew from the start. During the conversation between Link and Sinatra, we get a very important confirmation. Sinatra refers to Alex as her, saying she would do everything in her power to protect her. That tells us two things. Alex is likely not just a code or a system. Alex is being treated as something personal, or possibly human-like. Now, based on what we know about Henry's work, it's very possible that Alex is connected to an advanced cognitive or neurological research. The idea of cybernetic theory and mind-based systems, the concept does align with real scientific ideas, especially around mind preservation, cognitive mapping, and human-machine integration. So rather than saying Alex is based on a specific real person, a more accurate way to look at it is Alex represents a scientific breakthrough tied to the human mind. Now, this is one of the most important hidden layers in this episode. We know Henry's wife suffered from Huntington's disease, as Henry explained it to Pace that Huntington's disease is a motherfucker, which is a real neurological disorder. It causes the brain to slowly break down, especially in areas responsible of decision making, emotional control, understanding others, what's called theory of mind. As the disease progresses, a person can lose their ability to end social cues because of the damage to the frontal cortex. From a scientific standpoint, Huntington's disease disrupts the brain's internal feedback system, the way we process thoughts, emotions, and interactions. So, if Henry was working on something like Alex, it strongly suggests his goal may have been to preserve, repair, or replicate the human mind, which connects back to why Alex is treated something so valuable and something Sinatra is willing to protect. And we finally get a direct confrontation between Link and Sinatra, and Link calls her out completely. He tells her she didn't build, she bribed, she killed, and she stole. And the key detail that confirms Link's identity when he says his birthday is May the 16th, which also happens to be the password of Sinatra's computer. At the beginning of the episode, we see a time jump labeled 6 years later, where a scientist explains the bunker's infrastructure. So we learn about the tank room, a rejuvenated system that maintains oxygen and nitrogen levels, and the 4 modular nuclear reactors which power everything, including the bunker doors. In simple terms, the bunker is designed to function as a closed survival ecosystem, meaning everything needed for human life is recycled, maintained underground. One of the most underrated moments in this episode is when Cal talks to Sinatra about the collapse. He referenced the Roman Empire. At first, it sounds random, but it's actually symbolic. All of these examples represents one idea. Every powerful system eventually falls. Cal is trying to warn Sinatra that the bunker is not permanent. No matter how advanced it is, it will eventually fail, just like every empire before it. This also foreshadows what's happening in real time. While the billionaires are voting to lock down the bunker, Cal's son is actively destroying the module along with Nicole, modular reactors, which will force the doors to open. So while Sinatra believes she has control, the system is already beginning to collapse from within. And if you notice, is that she was so happy that she found out it works, as far as finding out that her son is alive, she forgets everything else. And when these billionaire people needed her, she was nowhere to be found because Link was planning on getting into the bunker. Now, this is one of the biggest moments in this episode when Sinatra goes underground. We see her walk through a hallway and looks exactly like one location from Link's and Xavier's shared dream earlier in the season. It confirms that the dream was connected to a real place inside the bunker. When Sinatra finally reaches Alex, we don't see Alex directly. Instead, we see a glowing light from Sinatra's perspective. I would love to see Alex. That would have been a huge moment right there, but I see what the writers were trying to do. They're trying to get us very excited that we finally going to see Alex, and then all of a sudden we just see Sinatra's face and that glowing light. So this suggests that Alex may not have a normal physical form, which we already knew, or Alex is being kept in a controlled environment, or Alex represents something beyond a traditional human presence. As I said before, I think Alex is mind uploading. We also get a quiet scene between Xavier and Terry regarding Gary. There's no major twist here, but one important detail is that Gary admits he doesn't want to be alone, and he acknowledged his mistakes of what happened. This shows that Gary is starting to break emotionally, which could matter later. I don't know if we're going to see Gary again. I highly doubt that, because Gary is going to be by himself. But the question is Gary strong enough to be by himself, or if Gary's going to unalive himself? Who knows? Overall, episode 7 gave us some major answers. Link's true identity finally, the appointments of Alex, the truth about Sinatra and Henry, and the growing instability inside the bunker. At the same time, it set up even bigger questions heading into the next episode. The next episode is titled Exodus, which usually means a mass departure or escape, based on everything we've seen so far. In episode 8, here is my theory. Link and his group are likely inside the bunker to reach Alex. Xavier and Terry will probably arrive and finally meet Link face to face. And Sinatra may force to reveal the truth about Alex. Who she will tell? Most likely, it will probably be Xavier. She probably going to explain to Xavier who Alex really is. Time will tell. So let me know your theories for episode 8 in the comments. Also, I recently dropped a video covering the news about Paradise being renewed for season 3 and why it might be the final season, unfortunately. So make sure you check that out. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on the notification, and I will see you in the next one.